Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How are you? Happy Wednesday and happy December 1st. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my ultimate drugstore favorites. I literally filled up this little box here of goodies that I absolutely adore from every single category. I will go ahead and have all of these items linked down below in the description box if you guys want to purchase anything for yourselves, but these are products that I pretty much swear by, that I love, that you guys have seen me speak about many times, and I really feel like they would work out for so much people. Before we get started, I did want to mention this video is actually in collaboration with Morgan Turner. I absolutely love her. So we'll go ahead and have Morgan's video linked down below as well as her channel. She has an amazing channel, amazing personality. Everything about her is really spot on. I discovered her a few months ago and I instantly got hooked. She mainly focuses on a lot of luxury brand reviews, so you'll see a lot of Natasha Denona on her channel, Pat McGrath, Marc Jacobs, anything and everything that you need to know about the luxury or high-end world. She pretty much has it down. She'll occasionally throw in some drugstore videos like with this one, but yeah, I actually was the one who asked her if she wanted to collaborate because I honestly enjoy her as a person. She's super solid, really easy to watch, fun, entertaining. Her makeup skills are seriously up there. Every time she does her makeup, I'm just like honestly mesmerized. So I'm really happy to be collaborating with her on this video. I'm telling you guys, if I love her, I can almost promise that you guys probably will too. So definitely go ahead and check her out. Let's go ahead and get started with everything that I have in here. So I'm going to speak about these makeup products in the way that I do my makeup, in that order. So first up, I have these CoverGirl brow pencils. These specifically are called the Ultra Fine Brow Pencils. So on one side, we actually get the product. On the other side, we get the spoolie. I can't tell you guys how many of these I actually went through. I love these. It's actually with, I'm pretty much wearing a full face of drugstore today, just by the way. All of the items that I'm speaking about are pretty much on my face to the most part. But yeah, these are fantastic, really easy to use. You can go heavy-handed, but it still looks good, or you can go really light and fresh with these. They're not too waxy, but they're also not too slippery. I find that it's literally like the perfect medium. It lasts the whole day, and I recommended it to tons of people. They are fully in love. Definitely a diamond in the rough. So good. I constantly repurchase this, and I don't think I would stop. Next, I have this Wow Brow here from e.l.f. Such a fantastic product. This right here is in the shade Neutral Brown. I've tried a ton of like brow mascaras, so basically a tinted brow product, but I really love this one. I would say probably the most, only because the little applicator is amazing. It's perfectly sized, not too big, not too small. Also has teeny little fibers in there, so it kind of gives you that illusion of like fuller, thicker brows. I love using this on more of a natural day. I'll just like brush up my brows. I love to use this also to set in my brows. It sets everything in beautifully. The color is spot on, and it's been a holy grail of mine since I discovered it, and I feel like it would just always be in my collection. I actually have a decent amount of e.l.f. because I'll tell you guys honestly, they really have been kicking butt as of like lately-ish, like a little while already. This right here is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is the original formula. They have a luminous formula and a matte formula as well, which I love the luminous one because I do have dry skin. The matte not so much because I have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, you would really like that. I find that the original formula really works very well for dry and for oily skin. I would say it fills in your pores beautifully. It does prolong the wear of your makeup. It makes your makeup like last and look fresh and clean on the skin. I don't find that it's drying, and it doesn't make your face oily. It's like the perfect medium. And I would say it is somewhat of a pretty close dupe to the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. And for this being literally only $6, and you get a ton in here, I'm telling you, so good. Along with primers, I do love to use an oil since, like I mentioned, I do have dry skin. This right here is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise just oil. It's specifically called the Primer Glow Oil. It's funny because this is a oil, but obviously, but meaning like it doesn't feel oily on the skin. It just gives you that really nice hydrating feel without feeling heavy or like too oily. Do you know what I'm saying? I find that it works really well with the Poreless Putty Primer. It works well with any primer really, and it's usually something that I'll always use before putting on foundation to give me that nice, healthy, somewhat luminous effect. For foundation, I had to choose the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Foundation. This right here is such a good one, again, for dry and for oily skin. It has a pump to it, so really easy to get the product out, although it gets kind of dirty. They have tons of shades to choose from, so pretty much something for everyone. It does have SPF 25, which is great if you're going to wear it on a day-to-day basis, and I find that this just gives me full-ish coverage without looking and feeling heavy. I'm very not about the looking and feeling heavy life, and this right here does it all for me without like the cons in a way, you know. And I would say even after a full day's wear of this, like your face still looks really good and healthy and just like put together. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't see like much breakups on the face. Definitely one that I enjoy on more natural days if I want to just take a little bit and blend it out, or if I want to go for that full coverage like beat look. This is also my preferred foundation. It's so good. I actually don't think that I heard anyone ever say that they hate this. I'm telling you, I think it's just a universally amazing foundation. For concealers, I have two here. I was gonna pick one, but then I was like, I kind of want to just pick these two because they're so good. This right here is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I wear mine in the shade Light Sand, and I love this. I think that I have it in two different shades. It's pretty similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. It has, I would say, pretty full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy or cakey under the eyes. I usually always set in my concealer, so I usually set this in. A little bit goes a very long way with this, so it will last you a very long time. You can also get lighter coverage with this if you use a dot, or you can go for like that full coverage look with this as well. I like that it's very multifunctional in that way. I also did want to mention the Flawless Concealer by e.l.f. I haven't heard much people talk about this one, but since I started using it, I literally fell in love. I would say this one right here has more of a hydrating look and feel than the Camo Concealer. So if you have super dry skin, mature skin, all of that, then this right here would really be one that I think you would enjoy. The applicator is not as big or anything, but it also works like a charm. I would say it has less coverage than the Camo Concealer, but still pretty buildable, more medium coverage than full, but great if you want to go for that easy, fast, natural type of look. So good. Next up we have powder. This right here is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder by Maybelline. This is my second one. I absolutely love this. It has a little bit of like a thicker feel to it, but I find that it bakes beautifully. You can set your entire face with this. It doesn't necessarily leave a white cast. There really is something very unique about this one. I can't compare the formula to really anything else, but I love what it does for my skin, and it really helps with like pores and the smoothness on the face, you know, and I'm totally about that life. So definitely one that of course I repurchased, and I would always want to have in my collection because it's just one of those standout products that makes my face look good. Do you know what I'm saying? So love this. Okay, moving on to bronzer. This right here is from e.l.f. This is the Forever Sun-Kissed Bronzer. With this one, just like with some of the other e.l.f. products, the second I used this, I was like, there is no way. How did I not know about this sooner? It's really hard for me to find good, solid bronzers at the drugstore. I like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I think I like this a bit more, and it's definitely like much cheaper. It's like $6. They have a few shades to choose from if this one right here is too light or too dark for you, but the way this looks, I'm wearing it on my face, of course. The way this looks on the skin is stunning. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It makes you look very chiseled and just, you know, it's really nice. It truly blends out amazingly, super easily. It's not like annoying. It's very beginner friendly and a solid product. 10 out of 10 for sure. I remember the first time I even tried this, I was kind of nervous because I was like, I just don't know. But I'm telling you, love at first sight for sure with this. Next up, I have 3 blushes here to speak to you guys about. Also, e.l.f. When I discovered these, I was like, there's no way I'm going back. These are primer infused blushes that are amazing. I cannot stress that enough. They last the whole entire day. They apply beautifully, very effortlessly. They're a matte finish, but they look so good on the skin. They have tons of shades to choose from. I have these 3 here. I'm actually wearing one today. I'll let you guys know which one am I wearing. I'm wearing Always Punchy, which is probably my favorite from the 3. But the fact that you get so much in each, everything about this is seriously high-end luxury vibes 101. You need these in your life, I promise. For highlighter, I have 2 to speak to you guys about. The first one that I have up is from Maybelline. This right here is the Master Chrome Highlighter in 250. This is fantastic. I think that they offer 3 or 4 shades, so something in the line for everyone if this is too light or too deep for you. I would definitely say this is more... I would definitely... What would this be a Liora video if there wouldn't be beeping? I don't think so. But I would definitely say if you do like that, like outer space kind of highlighter, boom bam baby effect, this right here will be your answer. So the first few times I used this, I was like, I don't know, you know, but then as I kind of like worked it into the skin, I fell in love. So with this one, you kind of need to like blend out more than maybe with a regular highlighter, but just the way this looks on the face, it doesn't emphasize texture. It's so stunning and reflective. I'm wearing it today. Really pretty. Definitely not your typical everyday natural highlighter, but if you do like more of a dramatic highlighted effect, this right here is so your answer. It's such an answer. It's so good. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about this right here from Flower Beauty. So I recently did a highlighter declutter video, and I really got rid of a ton, but there were a select few that I did keep. This right here was one of them. I absolutely love this. So it did come with a little brush here, but I don't know where that is. It also comes with 3 different highlighters in 3 different tones, a light whitish shade, a pinky tone shade, and a more goldeny shade. I usually use this one the most. I'll sometimes mix these two. This one not so much, sometimes if I'm self-tanned. But this right here, the best way I would be able to describe the way this looks on the skin, it looks like glass. It's very versatile. You can go very light with this, or you can go dramatic with it, but it always looks very like dewy and fresh on the skin. Now that I decluttered so much highlighters, I rediscovered this and I was like, why weren't you using this like more, you know? So love. Next up, we have mists. Since I do have dry skin, I usually look for mists that are hydrating, but also kind of like lock everything in, and these two have been my favorite. I have the Flower Beauty. You can see the lettering is kind of like rubbed off. The Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray. This right here says Dewy Mist, so it will give you that Dewy Mist effect. We also have the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist by e.l.f. as well here. This is like my second one. I have one in their older packaging, and I just kind of like poured a little bit of what was left in that one in here. That's why this one looks so full, but I promise I've been using it. I love it. I don't know which one I love more. I would say they both pretty much do the same thing. If I had to pick one, probably the e.l.f. one, only because it's a drop more affordable, and I don't know, maybe it makes me look a bit more dewier, but the Flower one is also super solid and amazing as well, just equally as good. Okay, now moving on to eyeshadow palettes, eyeshadows in general. So I'm not gonna lie, I haven't tried much eyeshadows from the drugstore. The few that I've tried, I was like, oh, it's okay, but then there was some time that I was just like, I really wasn't trying much eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore, which I want to change, and I definitely want to see what else is out there, you know. With that being said, I don't have the newest and the greatest thing here to speak to you guys about, but I do have some solid palettes that I would recommend that I really enjoy. So I do have the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes here. I mean, would this really be a video? This wouldn't be recommended. I feel like tons of people love this. The fact that literally each one is $3 just blows my mind, because it's literally less than $1 per shadow, and imagine having all of them. I believe there are 8 little quads, and in each quad you get 4 eyeshadows. So seriously, super affordable. The quality is very nice for how affordable it is. In each palette you will also get mattes and metallics mostly, and so you can create looks just by using one of these, but they're also really nice to mix and match. They have tons of colors to choose from, and I kind of want them to come out with a little bit more, but for now, considering the fact that they have so much for $3 so far, just by having like the 8 little ones that I have now, I'm obsessed. Seriously, so good. I do like all of them, but these are my 4 favorites that I'm going to share with you guys. First up, we have the little quad in Pumpkin Pie. In here we are getting 2 mattes and 2 metallics. This one right here is in Sugar and Cookies. We also, with this one, we get 2 mattes and 2 metallics. This is called Hot Jalapeno, also 2 mattes, 2 metallics. I love this one. It's so gorgeous, especially this like yellowy gold. It's everything. And then my other favorite is this one in Rose Water. With this one, we get 2 mattes, 1 metallic, and then this shade right here is more of like a matte with little glitters, but it's still considered more of like a matte on the eye, I would say. And then I wanted to speak to you guys about this palette right here from Koki. It is the Artist Palette in Peachy Queen. This right here is a beautiful, nice, warm-toned eyeshadow palette, which pretty much basically includes mattes and satins. I find that the formula is really easy to work with, blends out amazingly, 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, and it just looks really great on the eyes. I think it would also be a great day-to-day palette. I just wish that Koki would be a bit more accessible. I wish they would be sold on Ulta, but I know that they are actually sold at Rite Aid. And then also, I did want to mention, I didn't know if I should include ColourPop per se, because it's not necessarily sold at drugstores. But then I'm like, but it is kind of a drugstore brand kind of thing. They have amazing lip products, amazing eyeshadow palettes, amazing singular shadows, Super Shock shadows, highlighter. I really feel like they are a solid brand for pretty much everything, so I would definitely recommend a lot from them. I specifically wanted to recommend this Super Shock eyeshadow, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's a beautiful purple with a blue shift. It's in the shade Ripple, and it is everything. Their Super Shock shadows are a one swipe swatch situation kind of thing, easy, fast, and beautiful. For mascara, whenever I'm asked what my favorite drugstore mascara is, it is this one right over here. It is by Essence. It's the Lash Princess mascara with the green lettering. This right here is the best of the best of the best. From the high-end world to the drugstore world, I've gone through at least 5 or 6 of those. I've recommended it to any single person I know. I don't have it in my collection currently, which is like ironic because I have so many other mascaras to go through and it's such a waste in a way, but definitely on my like radar to pick up ASAP. If you've never tried it, I promise you, game changer. Anything and everything you want in a mascara, this right here has it. No fuss and it's $5. Moving on to eyeliner. This right here is my favorite from the drugstore. It's the Essence, also the lettering is kind of like rubbed off, long lasting eye pencil, and I have it in Black Fever, which is pretty much just the black. I love the fact that it's so affordable from the drugstore, of course, and the fact that it's retractable. I just have a little bit left, you guys can see there. Really nice, very black, doesn't tug on the waterline. I tightline with this, I line my lower lash line with this, I even line my upper lash line with this, and it is solid. One of the best ones, probably the best one that I've tried from the drugstore thus far. As for lashes, since you guys know I'm a lash girl, I wanted to firstly recommend the best lash glue that you'll ever use ever in your life. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I've gone through at least 20 of these, I'm telling you, and I have 4 in my collection currently at the moment. It's the best one, better than the Duo one, better than anything else I've tried, and I'm very picky with lash glue. If you have a hard time putting on lashes and you're like, this lash glue sucks or whatever, try this and magically everything will work out perfectly. For lashes, I really do enjoy, I believe they're the Ardell Foam Ink lashes. I'll put a pic right over here. They're just really nice, very like fluffy lashes that don't feel heavy on the eye, and they just look stunning for a natural look or more of like a, you know, dramatic look. But in general, I really do enjoy the Ardell lashes and the Kiss lashes. I've tried so many like natural ones and dramatic ones, and I usually pretty much like all of them. Okay, now moving on to the final category, which are lip products. I have lip liners, lip glosses, lipsticks, and lip balms and liquid lipsticks. So a little bit of everything. I would say this is probably my favorite lip balm. It's the Organic Wear Lip Treatment Lip Balm by Physicians Formula. I actually purchased this from TJ Maxx, so but you can totally purchase it in other places. This is amazing. You guys can see I use a decent amount up. I have pretty much half left. Emma loves this as well. It's such an amazing lip balm. Like, great for like a day-to-day basis, great to wear at night. It has also like little exfoliating beads as you kind of work the product into the skin, and it's just overall, I love the way this makes my lips. I love this way this makes my lips look. I love this way it makes my lips look. It's extremely hydrating, not waxy at all, and I would say not a dupe for the Fresh lip balms, but very, very close. As for lip liners, Kokie is where it's at. They have a bunch of shades to choose from. Again, they're sold at Rite Aid. I think these are like $6 each. I think that they have about 12 to 15 shades, so a ton to choose from. These right here are amongst my favorites, but the other ones are also shades that I use consistently. They're retractable, easy to use, great to mix and match, not drying, allows your lipstick to stay in place all day. Great to wear on their own with a lipstick or a gloss. Seriously, 10 out of 10. Very high-end feeling. Firstly, we have the shade Aubergine. This is a beautiful wine color. This right here is in the shade Nude. You guys know I love a good nude. That's such a good one to mix and match with any nude lipstick ever. This right here is called True Red. Perfection. Seriously speaks for itself. This right here is in Dusty Rose. It's a nice nude, dusty, mauve tone shade. As for glosses, you guys know I'm obsessed with glosses. This right here is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Gloss. Seriously, less than $5 on Ulta's website. It's a clear gloss, my obsession. And I really love the way this looks on the lips. It's very high shine, a little bit more on the thicker side, but not in an uncomfortable way. Not sticky at all, very water-like and heavenly. And definitely one of my favorite clear glosses to exist, and I've tried quite a few, so had to recommend this baby. For regular glosses, the NYX Butter Glosses are where it's at. I have a few other shades to choose from, like in my drawers, but these are typically the shades I go for. These smell yummy. They smell amazing. Just delicious. They have great pigmentation to them as well. Beautiful. That right there is in the shade Eclair. And then this right here is in Creme Brulee. And so yeah, these basically are wonderful to wear on their own. They're great to mix and match with, great to wear with lip liners, lipsticks, all of that. They are solid stuff. They just feel so comfortable on too. I love them. As for liquid lipsticks, you guys know the Ofra liquid lipsticks are probably my favorite liquid lipstick formula ever. But since it is a drugstore video, I did want to mention these because these are also really good. The formula of these are a bit different than those. They don't have a mousse-like texture. They have more of like a water-based feel to them. I'm wearing one on my lips today. I'm wearing Eyeshadow. So yeah, they have more of a water-based feel to them. So very, very lightweight. Once it's on the lips, it stays for good. And they're not drying. Like really, you feel like you have nothing on your lips. So I really love these. What are they called? These are the Liora.y liquid lipsticks. So this right here is in the shade Eye Lead, which is the one I have on my lips. This one right here is an Eye Stand, one of my favorites. It's like a cool tone brown. And then we have this one in I Achieve. It's more like an orangey tone shade. And that is pretty much it. That was my ultimate drugstore favorites video. I would definitely say if you purchase any of these products, you'd probably be really, really happy with them. They're products that are really, really tried and true to me, that I personally love, enjoy, and use consistently. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely don't forget to check out Morgan's ultimate drugstore video, Morgan's take on all of this. I'm looking forward to reading what you guys have to say, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.